demon time. Caitlin's on demon time, bro. Oh, yes, she is. She's coming for blood. She's coming for blood. I don't know if the Fever is going to win another damn game without Caitlin Clark.
Started the second half, Sophie Cunningham on the bench. It's absolutely ridiculous.
The image is burned into the memory of every fan who saw it. Caitlin Clark, a shiner already forming under her eye, stomping out of the Phoenix arena. This wasn't the look of simple frustration after a tough loss. This was the cold, calculated fury of a warrior who had been betrayed. Not by the opponent, but by her own side. Her expression was a dead serious try me challenge to the world. If she'd had a sword in her hand, the WNBA might have had to issue a league-wide emergency alert. This was the kind of rage that fuels dynasties, the kind that plots humiliating revenge. And it was all triggered by her team's magnum opus of failure.
Sophie Cunningham was the only player trying hard. The only player giving effort, play in and play out.
The storyline of tonight's game, even though we lost, I don't want everybody holding their head down. No, we lost. We had to talk about Sophie Cunningham getting that ball.
The rage was fueled by a box score that reads like a crime scene report. The Indiana Fever didn't just lose to the Phoenix Mercury. They were systematically dismantled in a 95-60 humiliation. Let that sink in. A 35-point blowout. This wasn't just their worst loss of the season. It was a new benchmark for rock bottom, even for a team with a scrapbook full of ugly defeats. The body language told the entire story. From the opening tip, the energy was non-existent. The fight seemed to evaporate from their collective souls after the first quarter, as if they all silently agreed, "Yeah, we're done here." While they were mailing it in, Phoenix was putting on a clinic. Alyssa Thomas was casually rewriting the WNBA record books with her third straight triple-double, while DeWanna Bonner dropped 23 points, seemingly surprised by the complete absence of a defense. It was a skill showcase, and the Fever volunteered to be the traffic cones.
And all other people that has been saying and verbatimly saying that the Indiana Fever is better without Caitlin Clark, I need y'all to look in the mirror and please let me know if you feel that same way after seeing this tonight.
We lost to the Valkyrie earlier in the season, 80-61, and tonight against the Phoenix Mercury, we lose 95-60.
But amidst the wreckage, one player refused to surrender. The lone warrior in a sea of ghosts, Sophie Cunningham. Playing in her old home arena, she was the only one who seemed to understand what this game meant. She came out breathing fire, dropping 18 points on hyper-efficient 6 of 9 shooting, including a scorching 5 of 8 from beyond the arc. She wasn't just scoring, she was fighting. She was jawing with Alyssa Thomas, getting into it with DeWanna Bonner, and mixing it up with Kalia Copper. She was playing with the edge and passion her teammates profoundly lacked. She was the team's only pulse, the only reason they weren't down by 50.
DeWanna Bonner just got done doing your team absolutely dirty. You guys escape with a victory when they come to Indiana, and you wipe your hands of it like it's all over and finished with. No, it goes both ways.
Last game, when Sophie Cunningham wasn't getting the ball, guess what happened when they passed Sophie Cunningham the ball? She scored 18 damn points in 26 minutes.
She was the team's only hope. So naturally, her coach, Stephanie White, benched her to start the second half. This wasn't just a questionable rotation, it was an act of coaching malpractice so baffling it defies logic. In place of Cunningham, who was shooting 62.5% from deep, White inserted Lexi Hull, who proceeded to go 0 for 8 from 3. 0. You have one player on fire and another who couldn't hit water if she fell out of a boat, and you choose the one with the broken jumper. It's the kind of galaxy brain move that gets coaches fired. Post-game, Sophie was the consummate professional, giving diplomatic answers about stacking days and battling adversity, which is athlete speak for, "I have no earthly idea why I was benched, but I'm not getting fined over this."
I mean, it sucks, right? You don't ever want to see anyone be injured on any team. I feel like there's been a lot of injuries this year in the W, harsh ones, I think. And, it's just another one. And Sid is still the heartbeat of our team. She's going to be okay.
Aaliyah Boston, 4 points in 26 minutes, 1 for 6 from the field. We're talking about baby hooks. We're talking about gimmies with around 3 feet of the basket.
I think we faced some adversity with some injuries this game. But you know what? We're used to that. You know, we've had that at the beginning of the year. This is just another hump that we're going to get over, and we're gonna be okay.
While Sophie was left to wonder what more she could do, the rest of the Fever's so-called stars put on a disappearing act. Aaliyah Boston, the former Rookie of the Year, who should be a dominant force inside, finished with just 4 points on a miserable 1 of 6 shooting. She was bullied in the paint, looking less like an all-star and more like a rookie fresh from a rec league. Then there was Kelsey Mitchell. She managed 12 points, but it took her 17 shots to get there. She went 1 for 6 from 3, missed multiple free throws, and committed 5 turnovers, posting a hideous negative 39 plus-minus. That's not just a bad game. That's delete the footage and pretend it didn't happen. Bad.
This game meant just as much to Sophie Cunningham as it did to the Indiana Fever when DeWanna Bonner made her return. The only difference is nobody on the Indiana Fever had Sophie Cunningham's back.
You guys. Well, I think it affects emotionally because nobody wants to see a teammate go down like that. But also, you know, on the floor, that's another point guard, a primary ball handler. You know, someone who is a big part of our rotation on both ends of the floor. And so
you don't care. You literally left your teammate hung out to dry tonight.
To talk about the hometown hero. Sophie Cunningham, 18 points, 5 assists, shooting 66% from the field.
The team-wide stats paint an even grimmer picture of the disaster. Phoenix out-rebounded the Fever 44-32, a staggering deficit for a team with Indiana's size. But the most damning statistic of all was the 42 points Phoenix scored off of Indiana's turnovers and second-chance opportunities. That's nearly half of the Mercury's total score, gifted to them by the Fever. Indiana committed 22 turnovers against only 12 assists. That's not just sloppy. That's a team that has forgotten how to pass to the people in the same color jersey. To top it off, they shot a truly pathetic 53% from the free throw line. Missing jump shots happens. Missing almost half of your free throws is a sign you just don't care.
And what, you didn't have your team ready tonight? From a mental standpoint, from a game plan standpoint, does anybody do you guys practice? Do you guys watch film? I don't understand.
I can't with these losses. I mean, tonight loss was ridiculous, guys. I mean, just downright ignorant. This was a downright ignorant loss.
I need somebody to make that make sense for me. 12 assists as a team. 22 total turnovers. 12 assists and 22 turnovers.
This brings us to the Stephanie White coaching masterclass in how to turn a dumpster fire into a full-blown forest fire. Beyond the incomprehensible decision to bench Cunningham, the lack of adjustments was staggering. Boston had previously dominated Phoenix, yet there was no concerted effort to feed her the ball inside. Instead, they ran a pointless, chaotic offense without the one player, Clark, who could make that style work. There were no visible strategic changes, no timeouts to stop the bleeding, just a slow, managed descent into oblivion. If this level of coaching malpractice makes your head spin, hit that like button and tell me in the comments, should Stephanie White be on the hot seat?
Started the second half, Sophie Cunningham on the bench. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Sid, who else? Who else was hurt? Sophie was hurt. This looked like June again.
Ultimately, this loss was about more than X's and O's. It was an attitude problem. The players looked disengaged, disinterested, and defeated. There was no urgency, no fight, and a shocking lack of pride in the jersey they were wearing. It was a throwback to the dark days of June, before Clark's presence had injected a soul into this team. Without her, they looked like a roster of ghosts, wandering aimlessly on the court. It was a stark and terrifying reminder of just how much this team relies on a 22-year-old rookie, not just for her talent, but for her heart.
DeWanna Bonner scores over 20 points. Sophie Cunningham making her return to Phoenix, and it seems as if nobody on our team other than Sophie Cunningham felt any type of emotional connection to this game.
Now, the pressure cooker is about to be turned up to maximum. Caitlin Clark's return is on the horizon, and when she steps back on that court, the excuses will vanish. There will be no more hiding behind the "we're short-handed" narrative. If this level of coaching and preparation continues, The questions about Stephanie White's future won't just be coming from angry fans on social media. They'll be coming from the front office, from the people who sign the checks, and who just watched their franchise player storm out of an arena looking like she was ready to burn the whole thing down.
Look like the Indiana Fever could be signing another player, basically another hardship player could be on the way. Sydney Colson hurt, Argument down to hurt. Now we got to see who's available again at the point guard position. Again.
This loss wasn't just bad or embarrassing. It was a flashing red alarm. It was a total system failure, from the coaching strategy to the player effort to the basic fundamentals of the game. It was the kind of performance that forces organizations to have long, uncomfortable conversations about their future. When your only productive player is glued to the bench while the rest of the team gifts the opponent a victory, you've stopped being a competitive basketball team. You've become a cautionary tale. And after watching this meltdown, one thing is certain: a storm is coming to Indiana.